Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to look at simple memory techniques that can help you learn English faster and remember more for a longer time. So instead of studying harder and harder and harder, you'll learn how to study smarter. These strategies, like mnemonic devices, can give your brain a turbo boost and make vocabulary and grammar easier to remember. And by the end, you'll have practical tools you can start using today in your English practice. Now, memory tricks called mnemonic devices can boost retention for intermediate and advanced level non-native English speakers by up to 50%, giving your brain a turbo boost for faster learning. So welcome back to Master English Communication, and today's topic is supercharge your memory to learn English faster. So why? Why memory techniques matter? Well, many learners, they feel overwhelmed by long vocabulary lists, grammar rules, new phrases, especially when they need English for work or study. And I'm one of those. I went through that period too, like I'm sure most of us have. The good news is that you can train your memory just like a muscle so English sticks more easily. When you use the right techniques, you learn faster, forget less, and feel more confident using English in real situations. So the goal is to choose methods that match your personality so learning feels fun and active, not boring and passive. Next up, let's begin with the first of these strategies, visualization, turning words into pictures. So, simply put, visualization means creating pictures in your mind to match new words or grammar. Our brains are very good at remembering images. So, when you connect a word to a strong picture, it becomes easier to recall later. For example, beach. You might imagine soft sand, palm trees, and the sound of waves. And for deadline, you might see a calendar with a red circle and a loud alarm. So try making mini movies in your head and build a short story around the new word. More detail and emotion create a stronger memory, right? And by creating a stronger memory, you're going to be able to retain much more vocabulary, and it'll be much easier, and you'll find that your ability to speak confidently and communicate will expand tremendously. Next up, Memory Palace. Okay, so if you haven't heard of this one, I think this will fit right in, and you'll sort of recognize it. So the memory palace technique uses places you know very well, like your home or your office, right? So a familiar place. And you use this place to store new words. So you imagine walking through this place and putting each word in a specific room or spot. For example, in your kitchen, you might imagine two people negotiating over a piece of cake to remember the word negotiate. The stranger and more exaggerated the image, the better it sticks, actually. So later, when you mentally walk through your home, those locations help you recall vocabulary, meaning phrases, and even grammar patterns. So if you're finding this information helpful so far, please give us a like. So use vocabulary lists, meaning phrases, or grammar patterns, living in different rooms. Now, next up, we have spaced repetition. In other words, review at the right time. So this is about when you review, not just how much. So instead of cramming for hours in one day, you review the same words several times over days and weeks. So as you see the diagram on the screen, day one, learn a new word, efficient. Day two, first review. Day 5, second review. Week 2, third review. Week 4, long-term memory, right? Each review strengthens your memory and helps fight the forgetting curve. You can use flashcards, a notebook with review dates, or apps and calendar reminders. That's all great. But short, regular reviews are more powerful than one long study session. Number 4, mnemonic devices. Smart shortcuts for tricky English. That's the best way to think of it, right? They're memory shortcuts. So, like acronyms, rhymes, or personal phrases that make difficult information easier to remember. For example, fanboys helps you remember the main coordinating conjunctions for, and, nor, but, or yet. Okay? And so, you can also create personal connections like revenue is the money that returns, to remember what revenue actually means. And don't be afraid to be silly or funny. Unusual and personal mnemonics stay in your memory much longer. Your brain loves unusual connections. Number 5, active recall. Test yourself. Don't just read. So many learners feel like they are learning when they read notes or watch videos, but real learning happens when you try to pull the information from your memory. And to the other language learners out there like me, you know exactly what I mean. Active recall means testing yourself, using flashcards, closing your book to write everything you remember, or asking yourself, what are 3 new words I learned today? All right? This process builds stronger connections in your brains and makes English more automatic in conversation. It also shows you exactly what you don't remember yet. And so you know what to review, right? So strengthens connections, test yourself, builds stronger neural pathways, builds confidence, makes English more automatic in conversations, reveals gaps, shows exactly what you need to review. Next, number 6 here, we have storytelling. Learn English naturally through stories. So our brains are designed to remember stories much, much better than simply trying to memorize isolated words. Stories provide context, emotion, and clear situations. So listen to podcasts, audiobooks, short stories, and English. Summarize. Summarize what you heard in your own words. Retell the story. And then create. Write mini stories using the new vocabulary. So you might say, well, this sounds like extra work. Yes, it is extra work, but it's extra work that pays by you learning much faster. So the sooner you do the extra work, the sooner you'll reach the level of comfort with the language that you don't need it anymore. So example story, learning, negotiate, contract, deadline, and extension. So choose topics you enjoy, like business, travel, mystery, or personal development, right? You'll stay motivated and learn much more naturally. Next, we have physical movement. Use your body to boost your brain. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Physical movement helps activate more parts of your brain and can make language learning more memorable, especially if you are a hands-on learner, right? So you can use simple gestures for common words, hand up for increase, hand down for decrease, or act out verbs like open, close, or present. Try walking while you practice phrases or pretending you're in a real meeting as you act out dialogues, right? When your body and voice work together, you remember vocabulary and phrases more easily and feel more natural when speaking. Physical movement activates more parts of the brain, making language more memorable, especially for kinesthetic learners. So we've covered 7 memory techniques: visualization, memory palace, spaced repetition, mnemonics, active recall, storytelling, physical movement. Okay? Now, what are your next steps? So on this final slide, I want you to focus on action. Start small. You don't need to use all 7 techniques at the same time. Choose 2 or 3. And I mean by 2 or 3 techniques that feel natural to you or more natural to you. All right? Experiment. Combine methods. Space repetition plus active recall plus storytelling, just as an example. All right? And make it a routine. Practice consistently. Now, research suggests that mnemonic devices can increase how much you remember, but only if you actually use them regularly. So, consistency. If you make these techniques part of your weekly routine, you'll notice that vocabulary stays in your mind longer, grammar feels easier, and you feel more confident using English in business, academic, and everyday situations. Okay? So you can enjoy the 50% memory boost if you work diligently at it. And the 50% memory boost is what I mentioned at the beginning of the session. That's the potential increase in retention using mnemonic advices. Use 2 to 3 techniques to start. You don't need all 7. Pick what works for you. All right? And with consistent practice, you'll remember vocabulary much more easily, understand grammar more clearly, and feel more confident using English in business, academic, and everyday situations. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and we will see you next time as we continue our linguistic adventure